내가 필요한 것을 직접 만들고 공유하는 세계 최대 DIY 축제 메이커페어. 기발한 아이디어가 가득한 현장, 그리고 그 축제를 만든 도허티를 저희 생방송 스마트쇼에서 함께 만나보시죠. 네. 미국 캘리포니아에서부터 시작된 메이커페어. 사람들이 각자 만든 것을 서로 보여주고 배운 것을 공유하는 뜻깊은 행사인데요.
미국에서
2주 전 샌프란시스코에서 열린 메이커페어에서는 1000만여 명의 관람객이 모이고 이번 연도에만 전 세계 60개국에서 진행되는 등 현재 많은 사랑을 받고 있습니다. 지난 주말 양일에 걸쳐 한국에서도 첫 번째 메이커페어가 열렸는데요.
첫 번째.
메이커페어 서울은 재미있는 아이디어를 실현시킨 프로젝트를 중심으로 진행돼 많은 사람들의 흥미를 끌었습니다. 그 밖에도 메이커페어 서울을 기념, 메이커페어를 창립한 도허티가 지적 방안에 메이커들을 위한 세미나를 진행했는데요.
And I believe I identified the source of innovation, the source of creativity, and it's in the spirit of play.
더불어 도허티는 세계 유일 테크 DIY 잡지 메이커를 창간하여 누구나 메이커가 될 수 있다는 자신감을 불어넣어주고 있습니다.
Everything around you is made by people no smarter than you, and you can change it. You can improve it. You can build things that other people use.
세계적으로 활발히 일어나고 있는 메이커 운동의 전도사 도허티를 제가 직접 만나보았는데요. 세계 유일 테크 Do-It-Yourself 매거진 메이커의 창시자이시자 최대 Do-It-Yourself 축제죠. 메이커페어 창립자이신 도허티 씨를 저희 생방송 스마트쇼에서 만나봅니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Welcome to Korea, Dale.
Thank you very much.
All right. So, Makefair is the DIY biggest event. There's no doubt about that. However, there are some who are not familiar with Makefair. Explain more.
Makefair is an event. One was held here this weekend. It encourages people to bring out creative projects that they do, a lot of it with technology, and share it with other people. And it's also workshops to learn how to solder, how to use 3D printers. And it's a lot of fun at the end of the day.
스스로
Sounds
한다.
fun. You know,
공유가
like, who is maker? When I was
중요하다는
young,
거네요.
I made this little hat for my mom with the paper cups. I mean, she couldn't wear it all outside, but am I still making
종이컵으로 만들었어요.
Well, I think you got to start there. And I think what we kind of think is all of us are makers. We are people who produce things and make things. We're not just consumers. We don't just buy things. We actually make things. We make our own food. We can make vegetables in a garden. We can play with computers and build things. So what we're trying to say in the maker is to understand that each of us can be a producer, a maker, a builder, a creator.
Oh, okay, so we all makers, right?
Yes.
Is it my understanding that Maker Faire has just branched into Korea, but Maker Faire is already very popular in other countries? Perhaps you say Japan,
Yes,
Taiwan.
it's a number of countries. There was a Maker Faire in Shenzhen in China earlier this spring. We'll see it in Canada, Australia, Holland.
전 세계인이
So
메이커인
really
거예요.
around the world, we're seeing Maker Fairs.
Wow, okay. Also, I know you saw many inventions, but which one stood out the most to you?
Well, I always say the one I visited the most, which was yesterday
Korea.
here in Korea. And it was fabulous. It was a really exciting, impressive. It's small, much smaller than, say, what we did in California, but it still had the same heart, the same inspiration was there, and lots of exciting young makers doing very creative projects.
Ah, okay. So how would you evaluate Korean as makers?
I think you see a lot of the possibility through the Maker Faire. That's what I saw. I saw two guys that were working on a new keyboard. They made a whole keyboard and a way to play music and their own synthesizer. We had people doing 3D printers, art projects. So there's a lot of good makers here. You can tell from, and they want to share that with other people. They want people to learn. There's a hacker space in Seoul now. So there's places to go and people to meet to become a maker.
You know, everyone knows that we live in a world with lots of advanced technology. So what significance can we have individual as a maker?
Well, I think the important thing about the maker, in some ways, it's teaching us how to interact with technology and how to use it for our own purposes. So makers customize and modify things and say, this is what I want it to do, rather than even what the manufacturer wanted to do. And I think this is a mindset that encourages people to change the world, to use technology. We can create new things here. I think that is a pretty big deal.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to our viewers?
Sure. I'd like to invite everyone in Korea to become a maker and to find the makers in their community who have skills and knowledge to share with them and teach them to do fun projects.
메이커페어 창립자인 네오 도허티와의 유쾌한 만남 즐거우셨나요? 여러분도 내년에 열릴 메이커페어에 도전해보는 건 어떨까요?